Hi, and welcome back. Your first task to getting more sales on your Etsy shop is to update and edit your Etsy tagline. Now, you want your tagline to reflect some of your Etsy shop keywords because this is going to help you with SEO and it is also going to help you be found within Google and all of those good search engines. So, just so what is a tagline? What is it and how is it different than the title? Well, you can take a look here at an example. The tagline is not your shop name. Here we have an example of a shop, One Blushing Bride. In full disclosure, it is my shop just because I decided to use it. And the title is One Blushing Bride. That's my shop name. And the tagline is Custom Artisan Wedding Veils and Capes. Free samples. What should you include in your tagline? Well, your tagline should tell people what your shop sells, your artistic point of view, your artistic style, and what you are all about, what it is that your shop is about, what you're about as the designer. I want you to make sure to include keywords in it. Include the keywords in your tagline and try to use descriptive words that will help people understand your aesthetic. So I know it can be kind of hard when you're just hearing all this theoretical knowledge. So let's actually take a look at some examples and some good and bad ones, and that is going to help us out. So these are ones that I like. These are actually taken from real Etsy shops, and these are not the shop names, these are the taglines. On the upper left-hand corner, you will see minimalist jewelry, handmade in Alaska, free returns. I like this because you get an idea as to the shop's aesthetic. It's simple, minimalist. It's handmade in Alaska, so that is a selling point for some people. And they're also adding in that free returns, which adds to the peace of mind that somebody would have buying from their shop. You might as well add in those things that your customers are worried about, like what if I don't end up actually liking what it is that I order. On the upper right hand side, you see another example, laser cut cake toppers, signs, and home decor. I feel like this is pretty specific, which is nice because people know exactly what it is that they're getting into. If they're looking for some sort of laser cut item, they're probably going to go here and they'll find what it is they need. On the bottom left hand, you see custom hand stamped metal gifts for bohemians. Once again, you get a real clear idea as to the style. It's a bohemian style, it's hand stamped, and they have a lot of different types of gifts that they're offering. They're keeping it pretty broad, that it's multiple types of gifts rather than actually naming them all out, which is nice because you don't want to get too wordy. And the last one that we see is hand engraved wood gifts for him. Once again, very descriptive, very specific. You're talking about wood, so a very particular medium that this shop is using, and they're catering to the male audience, which is good because a lot of shops don't do that. So they're being very specific, which is good, as people will know that you're talking directly to them. Now, while these are good ones, there are also some bad ones, and I'll tell you why. The upper left-hand side, you'll see the tagline Beautiful Jewelry. That is pretty vague. That could refer to many different things. And beautiful, I mean, what is beautiful in one person's eyes can be not beautiful in another person's eyes. So it's a little too vague. On the right hand side, upper left hand side, North Shore Company. This is a shop actually that was just repeating their shop name in the tagline. And the thing is that we're using or by doing this, you're just losing all that space that you have available. You're losing the real estate by not putting keywords in there that could help people find you. So yeah, don't repeat your shop name again in the tagline. You don't have any need to duplicate it. On the bottom left-hand side, you see one that says rings, necklaces, bracelets, cuffs, hair pieces, scarves, and shawls. The reason why I don't like this is I feel like it's too wordy. They've just stuffed everything in there that it is they sell. They've basically listed out everything possible that they offer. They practically put in the kitchen sink in there. So try to narrow it down a little bit more to the top sellers. I would say no more than 3 items, just so that it doesn't get too confusing for your customers. And on the bottom right hand side, the very last example is personalized gifts. Once again, that's very vague. I think you can get more specific. Who are the gifts for? What's the style? What's the material that's being used? And what makes this a unique shop? How does it stand out? So to summarize, a few things that you want to avoid is repeating your shop name in the tag. And number 2 is actually not even using all the space available. I believe that currently you have 55 characters in your tagline on Etsy. So try to use as many of those characters as possible, because the thing is that you're able to put in additional keywords in there. And definitely keep in mind that when people are actually looking up your shop or your items on Google, like if they were to just type in your shop name on Google, your shop will show up, and in that will be included your tagline, which will appear as the bolded text. So keep in mind that this is valuable retail space for you. You might as well get the most bang for your buck and use all of those characters, all 55 if possible, or getting as close to 55. And a third mistake that you see a lot is listing everything possible that you sell in your tagline. So try to keep it specific, but not so specific that it seems confusing and overwhelming and like you don't have any specific craft. Well, give yourself a high five, a pat on the back, and do a happy dance, because I'm doing one over here with you. You finished day 1. What I want you to do is to actually comment in the comment sections below with 3 possible taglines for your shop and a link to your shop, so that I can give you feedback if you want some help, or just at the very least so that you can promote your shop a little bit, because we all need a bit of self promotion. I'll see you back soon.